Hey guys, welcome back for another Birkanix Garage vlog. And yeah, as you might be able to tell by the title, it's basically been a year on the YouTube. So our first video release was on the 7th of August 2020, and we are now past that date. Unfortunately, because of life events, we were not necessarily be able to get together to actually, do a little video or go for a little rip or anything. But I thought it might be nice to take the opportunity to kind of discuss the whole experience of YouTube, what we have learned, what we could have done better, and everything else. As you can see, I've got the whole studio open, so full transparency. We'll go over our stats as well. Our YouTube account up there, which we've been playing. Sometimes we had an intro, sometimes we don't have an intro. To be honest, from that I was never be able to tell what worked best. To some extent, I think not having an intro means that a lot more of your episodes are on display. So if what you've picked for the intro doesn't necessarily please somebody who doesn't cover the whole range of content you do, maybe it works better. I don't know. Personally, I think, if you don't use one, at least you don't have to worry about which video you use for it. Ideally, I always like the idea of trying to do a custom intro, but we are like so packed sometimes with actually doing episodes that, the work to actually do an intro never come in. But maybe one day. I kind of like the idea of doing one reusing the music from our original intro, which was a bit longer, but it was a nice music. We kind of, if you've been following us for a while, you've seen that we move the type of intro a little bit in favor for a very short one, and might actually update that soon to even be a more simple, if you know what I mean. I don't think intros on YouTube do that well, unless you got a team to really make it spicy, like Mighty Car Mod do an amazing job at it. But they've got millions of subscribers, they can do what the hell they want at this stage. Otherwise, one thing that probably holds us back from a subscriber point of view, here we are at 660, is that both Lee and I were completely crap at social media, and we had no interest in it, to be fair. And if you've been following us for a while or interacting with us on YouTube or Instagram, you know that, Lee still pretty much not on any of the platforms doing anything or any communication. Personally, I kind of started doing it because I knew we had to in order to get somewhere, and that's why we started with basically focusing on actually Instagram. So when we did release our first video, we already had more than 3,000 subscribers on Instagram, which didn't lead to the traffic from Instagram to YouTube is frankly pointless. Frankly pointless, which is why I sort of focus less on Instagram after, because that's why we're still not at tons of subscribers and stuff. If I had crack on, we'd be at 10k by now, but what's the point of getting 10k on Instagram if all you're going to get out of that is maybe 5 sub? Another stuff that throws us at the beginning is because I watched YouTube for years. I don't have a TV here. I'm a big YouTube viewer first. But I've never commented on anything. Again, that social media interaction, it was just not something I did, And but when I started doing that, and actually started trying to find other small channel, rather than, always basically I ended up watching, the usual Hoonigan and Mighty Car Mod and Generally Explain, all amazing channel, with some I would argue, Hoonigan sometimes a bit too commercial in some of their content now, but it's the money that allow you to do cool stuff as well. So I'm not criticizing their choices. It's not the point of the video. But yeah, and by starting to interact with most smaller channel and actually commenting, the sub started to pick up a bit. Obviously, you've got the normal sub from like people find one of your videos, they like your videos, they subscribe, and we've got few videos that do very well. So strangely, the video that has the most sub per views is Ninja Come Home. Which Ninja we always want to do more content, but it's always a bit of a struggle for Lee to find the time in 2021 because he was busy with other projects and stuff like that. But yeah, Ninja content seems to be really, really good. We assumed the Harley content will do well too. Harley being what they are, but I don't think people are into Harley that much anymore. Sorry, just fresh copper. And you know what? Doing that, like finding small channel like us that started, and they follow you back a lot easier. They might comment on you a lot easier. On that long term, I'd actually change my viewing habits on YouTube as well. Like I said before, it was all big name, and there is plenty of big name I've actually dropped in favor of smaller guys. Some smaller guys that sub to us but don't necessarily comment on all our video, and sometimes I comment on like a lot of their video. Some people I comment on all of their videos, and on even our side we've got few people that who you guys are, and that every video will watch it and post a comment, which does a lot. To some extent, some it's even like nearly an exchange, if you know what I mean. And sometimes, sometimes you can tell by the comment nobody watched the video, but the action of commenting does help the video get promoted and help us, So it's still it's still a help. You know, I mean, so sometimes even if you don't have, you've got channel you want to support, even if you don't have time to watch all of their videos, just go in there, put some emoticon, click the like, put a comment, I do, like I said, I do that a lot, and even to some channel who kind of watched us at the beginning of the, like, exchange, but kind of, like, dropped us a bit, sometimes, I don't know, the content is good anyway, right? And it's surprising the number of small channels out there that are really good and have like really kick-ass project. There is a guy, I don't think he follows us or anything, but if you want to see like a series of a Miata or MX-5 built to perfection, it's Project 380, I think. And it's just like it's a MX-5 build to like next level. Yet the guy isn't huge. Last time I checked, I think he didn't even have 1,000 subscribers yet. But yeah, you really have some cool projects. And you see a lot more of how the project is actually done. A lot of the big one on, even like Mighty Car Mode, highly entertaining because both of them are like, lunatics and really funny and all that stuff. But at the same time, a whole build is done in few episodes, So, it goes pretty quick. When smaller channels, generally they've got smaller budget, and I think you relate as well, it's more like what it would be like if you try to do it, rather than, what it would be like if you had tons of cash to buy all the parts or the sponsors give you everything, and then you've got specialists that come in and bloody do the hard work for you, and and then you end up with a perfect project, but all you did is really throw money at it. I mean, I'm not saying, it's not just throwing money. A lot, of those guys actually do stuff. And obviously, if we ever go somewhere and we have money to throw at project, we bloody will. But I don't know whether I will necessarily go too much like a commercial vibe as well, where we just do tons of build to the same go. I don't know. It is hard to tell. First we've got to go somewhere. We are not even monetized yet. Yeah, 660 subscribers at the minute. I guess we can maybe start looking at some of the stats as well. Our subscriber intake actually went down, I'll zoom you in, but if you can see here, it's 5 less than usual, so, on that, some of the algorithm change from YouTube this year really screwed us up. Like when we entered January, we were hitting 75 subscriber plus per 28 days, so they are not months, and they do it per 28 days. And then YouTube did some changes, a lot of our views dropped, like our most popular videos until recently, still most popular at all time was our dynamic indicator install. That used to rock 200 in that little panel here, views in the last 48 hours. That used to always be at the top, 200 plus. Then we had two others that were always rocking like 150. They did the change on now dynamic indicator is 88. Now it's all, so over time it lose a bit as other people do videos like that. But yeah, no, it's just like our views drop so much, like plenty of other people as well, I'm guessing, but I think it's more went towards, if you can have advertisement, we'll promote them more, because it does seem to like pick up quite nicely when you get monetized. But yeah, it really hit us hard, and recently we managed to go back to 75 plus by doing the car meets on stuff like that, and basically meeting people at car meets and if you've seen some of the car meets, I spend hours trying to either, go collect the Instagram links, the tags, link them, put the time in the video, because their coverage are often like, very long videos, so that people can actually see their car in the video easily if they don't feel like watching all of it. Because now you've got 1 month for the people who don't want to spend too much time watching a video. And that really help us, But it is highly time consuming, which means sometimes we didn't necessarily at the time, like we've talked in the past, we've got more car reviews. You've got people line up to review their cars, but because at the weekend you then have to do the car meets, and then you still have to find the time to do the editing, it can be a struggle to cover them all. So if you're watching this and you're lined up for us to have a review, we still want to review your stuff. It's just finding the time, On here the last 3 weeks or so, I have been completely out of it anyway, so that was really a struggle. There was like, 2 meet I wanted to do that in the end we didn't cover. And then, we had Slam UK, which, we have something, but, wasn't covered as good as we could have been. But, that's life, isn't it? Sometimes you've got to take care of that first. But otherwise I don't think we are rocking too bad. We've got all the watch hours we need from the monetization point of view. 4,550. So all we need now is really just the subscribers. Our most popular video now is basically the review for the MG ZS EV. That's why when Liz Mrs. got that car, kind of really got a bit excited by the potential, because it's basically a more mainstream car, so you've got more views, and it clearly works, reviewing boring stuff. Kind of mainstream, because most people buy boring stuff. It's not necessarily boring, I'm just being an idiot. So yeah, that's why there is going to be a lot more going on that, plus it's interesting to kind of test the whole EV stuff. I've been thinking about also trying to find either car dealership or something like that where we could get access to more recent cars, just to help us boost us up a bit on that side. But I really rather focus on the car scene, on the car meet, and I know, so far we don't do all the one at night where they like repeat and stuff like that. But, the static one are quite nice to be able to really appreciate the whole car in full. The one with a repeat, it's nice for the action, but, it's not necessarily, you know, well, sometimes I bring the kids too, so I don't want them to like be run over by some twat doing something stupid. Um, but I do want to go to them as well. It's again just time. Here I'm ending quarantine soon, so we'll be covering the Sleeper Crew UK Cars and Coffee. So you have that coming up. But yeah, so the MG is doing well and is getting us some sub on everything. Otherwise, in all time, if you look at the lifetime stats, 113,200 views so far. Our top one, like I said earlier, is a dynamic indicator install that is nearly at 4,922 views. Then the all Audi S3 8V mod so far, so that was before the S3 event went stage 2, where we cover the cost. Turbo muffler delete, that is at 7,000 odd as well. Then the all Audi S3 carbon fiber interior, the whole fiasco. That is at 4,700. Then the Ninja Come Home at 4,300. But the Ninja Come Home is a lot younger than the other one, so it went up nicely. And after that is already the MG ZS review with 3,787 views. Then after that it's more, well, it's basically all S3 content until the low profile headlight step-by-step guide with its 1,800 views. But yeah, so the S3 is definitely bread and butter quite nicely. The Ninja could actually be a lot more, probably bring us a lot more views than the S3 if we could actually get it to work, because we actually got some mad ideas for it as well, but until it's actually, it's a bit like the Corvette, until it runs and it can pass an MOT, what's the point of, you've got to pass that first barrier first, so hopefully we'll get the Corvette sorted soon, and well, hopefully the Ninja too. Oh, the Harley is fixed though, while we are talking bike, so at least we should be able to repeat it a bit more, because we wanted to do how loud it is, because the Harley, it is quite a loud one, but yeah, he broke on the day. If you have seen our previous video, you might have seen that going through anyway. And here, yes, the last release from this Friday, the 4 months on review, is actually already not doing bad. It's at 109 views with a click-through rate of 10.1. So we are doing okay. It's roughly 400 odd views per day. Watch time in hours kind of went up nicely as well. If you look at even like the last 3 months, as you can see, it's going up nicely. Views have kind of maintained themselves, but views were affected also by the fact that we went from 4 videos per week to 3 videos per week. With Lee being less available this year, we were able to meet. We used to meet like 2 or 3 times during the week and once at the weekend. Now it's been like once at the weekend, so it's a lot harder to kind of get content done. As you've seen, it's so that's why it kind of reduced, because it was hard to keep up with like for a week, and I guess we don't have to stand to have to follow the schedule as such, but I don't know, I personally like the rigor of it. We used to be like, we release on specific day at specific time, and that basically keep the traction going. Also, whether it affects the quality a little bit, probably less time to be spent on editing, unless it's a big one, and then it just means it comes few weeks down the line. So for example, when you do a car meet, it's a long one. It's going to take me a while to edit it in full and do the whole research and stuff. But at the same time, we still have to feed content. And we used to have a buffer, but with time restriction and stuff like that, a lot of the videos you see are done like a week before, if that. You know, this one, when you see it, it was done like, 36 hours ago. So it is difficult, and it does make it sometimes feel like work. And I guess a lot of people who do run a channel will tell you it is work. And if you're the one doing the editing, trying to do the promoting, and then you still have to produce content too, and you've got 3 videos of new content you've got to do per week. It's a lot of hours spent on a weekly basis. I always thought maybe one day I'll try and actually time the amount of time spent, just editing. Even though you've seen her editing, it's nothing. We don't do cinematics. I wish we had time to do cinematics, but cinematics, on the software we use, Shotcut, which is free, it's just like, it's already a lot of work just to do like some fade in and fade out sometimes. Should really invest into a good editing software. If you know one that kind of, allow it to do like cool stuff quicker, let us know. I'm just, it's not like paying for software. So, I like my open source. Anyway, otherwise I think our click-through is not actually bad. We kind of, over the last 3 months, we have averaged 7% click-through. The last 28 days, it's even better with a 7.3. We've got good days with like 8.8 here, 8.4 there. Engagement is up and down. So, a lot of the content, I wonder, the Ninja one is the one people watch the longest. And then some of the review, like the MG review and stuff like that. And here again, I've been wondering whether actually, some of the reviews that you've seen is basically just Billy talking. And that was basically a call from me because, people tell me I'm wrong, but people who are my friends don't have an issue with my accent as such. But my accent as such, it's not that, you don't like the French or whatever, so you don't subscribe. Is that sometimes with my accent it's a lot harder than necessarily understanding somebody that is, local, So, those videos done well. And what I like in that context as well is it allows me to focus more on actually, getting some nice video shot. And, I don't know, it's, because before we always try to kind of bounce off of each other, so he goes in front of the camera, the next shot I might go in, and things like that. But it's not necessarily the best flow. I don't know, I'm probably overthinking it on, sometimes I overthinking and then we just do whatever, or sometimes we've got a plan in our head and then we go film it and it's just like, you didn't follow the plan at all. But we do us, if you know what I mean. I mean, from a stat point of view, that's more or less what there is to it. I don't really dive down too much. Also, I have to say I am slightly obsessed with number, and as you can see, I've got multiple screens, so I literally have this page on always. Literally when somebody subscribes, I know somebody subscribed because the number goes up in the subscriber list. And then, when one goes down, I'm like, oh, why? But, OCD and all that, it'd probably be a lot healthier to not look at it. He doesn't look at it, and he stress a lot more, a lot less than me about our views and subscribers and stuff. But at the same time, I do think that if we did plan better, we would be at 1K already. One stuff suck at is the fact that we suck at social media. None of us were in groups. None of us knew, car guys or bike guys or stuff like that. And even in groups, some people just like spam their YouTube videos in car group on with no care regardless of, the content they've done. When us, we kind of like take more of an approach where we do a car meet, we might, from a club, we might go to that club and then, we might then post it on that club group. But, even the first Slam UK, because some of their big cars were in like time lapse, I didn't even post it in the Slam UK Facebook group, which is huge. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, well, very critical, I guess, about the quality of our content, So, I kind of feel like if you're going to post it in a group that is going to be exposed to like tens of thousands of people, you need to be happy with what you're presenting, I guess, is what I'm saying. But again, maybe too highly critical at that level. Plenty of people post stuff that's crap, and to still go up. And sometimes I think you sometimes go up quicker by just promoting yourself like mad, like you're some crazy narcissist, than if you actually do a lot of work. At the same time, we want to do us. We do modification, we don't know jack. It's kind of like we're all over the shop. It's a bit, even some of our basic videos, it's just like, you see the comment, it's like, oh, alright, maybe we shouldn't do videos about that. And I can see sometimes you've got a fly going over the lens. Might do some interesting footage. But we do us. I definitely want to do more car meets. I want to do more car reviews. I really like the community. I love the people we meet. So many clubs are really cool. It's a great place to make new friends. Some of the people met through that were like Aid from the Project D, or some guys that maybe now we've got access to a leaf when we need it on its school holidays, or at the weekend. We get some expertise, we can get some mates that are actually knowledgeable about fixing car and fixing issues on car, willing to help us, as two non-social people, it really helps us grow out of it, I'm terrible with like the social. I used to be good at it, popular in school, as comfortable as you see me on camera in real life, but if you met me in real life, I'm actually a lot more, tiny little bit of social anxiety, I guess you'd call it these days. But doing the scam, it's been great for that, and I was, sometimes even without lip off, just get in there, It feels weird at the beginning to point your camera at people, at people's car, but you always still get people around and stuff, you can't help to think, man, I must look like a twat. But actually, people are quite receptive, and I think people really like the effort we put into like making sure they get credit and they get followers back and stuff. We follow every single tag of every car we find, so yeah. I guess been talking a long time for not saying that much, but I just wanted to kind of catch up on where we were at, Where we're at is basically 340 subscribers missing for monetization. So, slowly but surely we are getting there, and it's thanks to all of you. I know everybody who is hearing me say this now is a proper supporter, because the vlog is not our most popular show. But I don't know. I like it. Plus, it's just great. The YouTube interaction, the friends. All over the world, whether it's from the US, we've got people in Sicilia, we've got people in Scotland, in Wales. If you ever consider doing it, just do it. You don't necessarily have to put a schedule and stress about it. Some people, as long as you do one video per 6 months, normally you know, you don't get your monetized stuff cancelled if you get there. But you know, if you need a drive, I'll say set a schedule, because you know it will force you to do stuff. You know, but yeah, it does take some self-discipline. Like stopping this thing. It's in my head though. I'm going to paint that soon. It does my head in. You need juice. You need bloody electricity. You need battery. You need to recharge. Pain in the neck. You know, you should have seen when we did F1 with Jim. It's just like, you know, you've got to bring so many battery packs, or then run your car just for the sake of charging up your bloody electronic cigarette liquid. Smoking was a lot less hassle. Also, I do feel healthier switching from tobacco to this, but it's even healthier to not have that, so you know. But anyway, the dog's starting to walk around and he's going to make noises for me to open the back door, so I might as well just leave you there. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for the support. I know some of you have been there nearly a year as well from day one, and you know, it is fully appreciated. As you can see, I'm starting to experience a tiny bit with merch. Those are like, they cost too much to like print. It was just like to that Leonay. Got a little hat, but you know, I will be working in the next few months trying to do some merch. But you know, that hopefully is cool. You know, follow us on Instagram if you want to give us feedback. I'll run some of the design. You know, on there basically. But yeah, I just need to get around to do it and get those rusty Photoshop skills out to do some cool stuff. Anyway, see you in the next time, guys. And again, thanks for all the love, and we love you too. We wouldn't be there if it wasn't for you.